Months ago, I talked about a cryptocurrency called Alpha Nodes. They renamed themselves to Alpha Shares, and they also made the announcement that they were working on an NFT marketplace. And in this video, I'm going to be going over more details about that marketplace because guess what? It's actually up. And on top of that, for just the next couple days, as of the time of me making this video, you have an opportunity to be able to mint or be able to put in an auction bid for one of their exclusive NFTs. There's other lines that are up on the platform, but they do have their own line. These are wolves, and there's some perk benefits if you're able to get one of these. What are those? We're gonna get into that in just a moment. Just so you guys know, this is a sponsored video. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research, and I will include links in the description so that you guys can be able to participate in that. And there's also a giveaway going on for just a little bit more time. This is going on for approximately 48 hours. Just so you guys know, they do say winners will be called in 48 hours. And so it says, giveaway for $500 in AVAX. It's auction time, baby. Let's freaking go. Do you want to win $500? Gives you how to enter in. I'll have a link to that down in the description below. And if you do go hop over to their Discord because of me, feel free to let them know. It'd be greatly appreciated. And you guys can check out more information about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back over here, just showcasing a little bit on this. There's actually an article I want to break down further, but you can see here is on the home page a picture of one of these wolves, and you have the ability to be able to buy these in the auction, as I had mentioned. So the auction is technically now live. This is a 10,000 NFT series. However, there is a limitation for these during the Genesis Mint. So the Genesis Mint, it consists of, right here, we can see that they're the Apex Wolves, which is the highest grade, and that is only 10 NFTs. And it gives you 18 times the reward. So I want to make this clear. If you own one of these NFTs, you are actually going to be receiving a cut of what takes place on the NFT marketplace. So think of it similar as if you're an artist, that whenever the NFT sells, oftentimes you receive a percentage cut. So you have that in play on this market as well. But when the marketplace itself gets their cut, which is very normal, instead of them getting the full cut, this gets distributed amongst those that own the NFTs, these specific ones with the wolves. So the Apex Wolves, they're the creme de la creme. They give you the 18 times rewards. They also have 6 billion tokens per day that will taper off. Then you have Ronin Wolves, which is 7.8 times the rewards. There's 47 of those, and they give 2.6 billion per day. Then there's the Lone Wolves, where there's 100 of those that exist. They give 1 billion tokens per day, and they are 3 times rewards. Then all the rest of these, they're the base NFTs. Those are the ones that give you a 1 times reward. They also have 9,000 plus NFTs. Right there is the quantity I was talking about for you guys. And then 333 million tokens per day. And the minting for those, as they're not part of the auction phase, that's 100 billion alpha tokens. And I was looking at it. I saw previously there was 0.5 for AVAX as well. So you're looking at their token, the alpha share token. And then if you're trying to get in on the Genesis, you do need to have actually the wrapped alpha. But the good news is that on the website, if you have wrapped AVAX, if you have regular AVAX, when you connect your wallet here, you can actually be able to do a swap on their website. There's a tab up at the top to be able to swap it to wrapped AVAX. So it's very easy. And they're looking to expand out onto other blockchains as well. So Ethereum, we very well could end up seeing things like BNB later on, etc. So they just launched, but there's search filters, all that kind of stuff. So just to show you guys a little bit of the wolves right here, you have the ability to obviously filter it from different categories. So if you wanted to see just the Apex, again, there's only 10 of those. And these are already getting very high bids. So the price of AVAX right now is approximately $30. So just to put that into perspective, the number one right here, I mean, literally the number one, that's 100 AVAX. That'd be approximately $3,000. That's current AVAX price. This one over here, number 8, that's for 200 AVAX. So you're looking at $6,000. These bids have already been put in, and just to break down a little bit of the mechanics behind that as well, is if you put a bid in, that is locked in. If somebody else outbids you before the auction is done, then you actually have the ability to take back your funds. But if you already put in a bid, it is locked in if you're the highest bidder at that point in time. Obviously, if somebody outbids you, you want to have your capital that you could try to go do another bid. And you have to have it actually in your wallet. It's not like you can just put in a bid and then they say later on, okay, well, do you have the funds? No. It's all going through the smart contract system. And there's lots of different variations here, as you guys can see. And this is just being displayed of what's available for the Genesis Mint itself. So when it goes out to the rest of the 10,000 NFTs, what kind of combinations will we see with those mixing and matching? We do have to wait a little bit to see, but it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see what it is that they can pull off with this. Okay, so that's some of the basics. You've got background, body, expression, clothes, eyes, hat, equipment, glasses. Some of these characters don't have some of those elements. So for example, a hat, you can see that a whole bunch of these don't have hats. Some of them have glasses. Some of them don't have glasses. Some of them have eyes that are very special. You get the point. So you can look through, try and do some research if you really want to try and make it be extra rare. Then you have some time right now before everything ends when you try to put in your bidding. And my suspicion is that when the bidding takes place, when one of these phases ends, people that got outbid, which probably at the very end, somebody's going to put in that last bid, right? That's how auctions oftentimes go. Then the other person that lost, they still have their funds available. They may hop into one of the other categories. So there's a little bit of a time difference between these three levels with the Apex, the Ronin, and the Lone Wolves. So when the Apex is done, whatever happens, happens. Okay, the people that lost, they still have an opportunity to do additional bids with those that are left of the Ronin. And so I think what's going to happen is we'll see an overflow. People that lost are going to take those, go to the next category, etc. After the Lone Wolves, whoever got outbid on the Lone Wolves, I think when it opens up to the normal mints, then we're going to see people buying multiples of those. And so the 10,000 NFT series might end up going fast. It may not, but right now we're seeing some high level bidding action going in for sure. There's still a lot that don't have any bids on them at all. So there's a lot of opportunity that's definitely there. If we go ahead and go back over to the main website here at the top right, I'm going to go ahead and click on Explore. We can see that there are some other featured collections. For example, chicken. I've actually seen chicken before. I've done some research behind it. So there's chicken, there's rooster, there's Mad Skulls, Esoteros, Avax Warriors, and that's the ones that they have at the moment. As I am an NFT artist myself, maybe I'll have a lineup here some point in the future as well. I'll keep you guys posted if something like that happens. We can see collectibles, own, buy, and sell rare and exclusive NFTs from various collections. So there's lots of options for these ones as well. You can see Pixel Pops, there's The Person, Chad Doge, Small Appas. We've got Dragon Crypto Hero, The Rumble. We've got the Metaverse Farmland. There's Swarms, Toonlands Metaverse, Shadowverse. There's utility ones with Winery, Millionaire Rabbit, Avax Lions, Vintner. There's all kinds of things going on, right? GameFi, Play to Earn. As we were just talking about a little bit with Chicken there, there's just also the collection. So there's all kinds of fun stuff for sure. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and read through the article. I wanted to expose you first through the marketplace, but let's go ahead and read through this. It's about a 5-minute read. Titled AlphaShares launch press release. AlphaShares launches revolutionary new NFT marketplace. AlphaShares began life as a reflection token on the AVAX blockchain, seeded with $10,000 in liquidity and taxing buys, sells, and transfers by 18% to grow a treasury and pay reflections to holders. From the beginning, this treasury was touted for one reason. Touted? Touted. Tomato, tomato? Tell me how to say that in the comments. It's going to be hard, though, if you just type the word. Grow a war chest of capital that's only purpose is to build a true passive income protocol. We're nearing the 6-month mark from that initial launch on February 19th, and we have now built the protocol of our dreams. Alpha Node's original name before Alpha Shares spawned during a period in DeFi where Ponzi-nomic structures took a massive foothold in most projects, incentivizing project founders to create projects with unrealistic returns that are highly dependent on hype marketing and new investors buying into the project, whose investment goes back to pay the previous investors. These projects inevitably all failed, since the backbone to true sustainability of a financial model has to come from value creation, not just a transfer of wealth. However, there was one key point that Alpha Shares team learned from this time period. A true passive income protocol is what everyone is after, the true golden egg. To create a true passive income protocol, or PIP, you must understand that any passive income protocol has at least two major constraints. Number one, the beneficiaries of the income must be an exclusive and limited group of individuals. It is impossible to pay everyone and anyone passive income, as the number of mouths to feed doubles. Your income must as well. At some point, that will be unattainable. Number two, unless you're only looking to pay a handful of constituents, you're going to have to grow a business with massively scalable income streams. Ponzi-nomic projects like Nodes as a Service projects only worked because one person's investment was another person's pay, a far easier transfer of wealth that is conducive to high volumes of money and fake APRs. These APRs come from how many new investors purchase, not the bottom line's net income of a balance sheet. The difference is massive, and to grow an honest business that can generate the same amount of income as a pyramid scheme takes massive scope. To make this work, you need to build a business that can scale into a billion-dollar industry. Alpha Shares was developed after the team analyzed the NFT industry as a whole and noticed that it had become a multi-billion-dollar industry with very few players taking market share. For example, OpenSea and LooksRare were each doing roughly 100 million per day in volume. That's back in March of 2022, and taking 2 to 2.5% fees. This means they were making $2 million per day in fees. They were generated and paid to their centralized group of PE firms, venture capitalists, and angel investors. That's great and very traditional, but blockchain technology enables a new era. The Alpha Shares marketplace decentralizes that ownership across our NFT collection and users staking our token. An NFT marketplace is an automatic system governed and operated by smart contracts with zero human interaction. Once deployed, trading activity is human-free, but still generates fees from the trading activity. These fees are automatically and proportionally distributed to NFT holders or token stakers. When you join our ecosystem, you become an owner of a world-class premium NFT marketplace. Revolutionary ground-up NFT marketplace. Alpha Shares Marketplace was designed and engineered by senior professionals stemming from the Web2 space. To compete with the top marketplaces out there, we understand a user experience is above all else. With our world-class designers and excellent development team, we've managed to build a uniquely designed marketplace that focuses on intuitiveness at its core. The marketplace is launching on Avalanche Chain, but will be ported over to most EVM-compatible chains in just a few short weeks. Solana is on the horizon as well, but requires a bit more effort. We find it paramount to cater our services to as many chains as possible to keep trading activity in one hub rather than forcing users to use multiple services. Throughout our development, we have found there are many new types of NFTs utilizing technology not seen before, needing to be presented in a different fashion than the traditional 2D JPEG style. We have positioned our marketplace to be ready for all new forms of NFTs and present them exactly how the project founders want them presented. An NFT marketplace has the potential to be a hub for trading, flipping, launching, community interaction, education, and more. A marketplace brings people, projects, investors, and new technologies together and enables ecosystems to grow and thrive. A marketplace is driven by the user, and only the user is what makes one successful. That is why we find it important to ensure all users feel like they have a piece of ownership over the software they utilize. As we can see from the financial history of the top marketplaces out there, ownership of these systems can be quite financially friendly as well. The NFT market as a whole increased from around a $600 to $800 million annual industry 2020 to an over $10 billion industry in 2021. This growth outpaced that of traditional tokens, and indicators show these non-fungible tokens aren't going anywhere. This industry is large but infantile and ripe for the picking. Alpha shares will strategically position the company to ensure growth into a significant portion of market share, especially before the next bull run. Alpha share transactions, fee, profit splitting, they break it down. There's a graphic right here. I'll have a link to this article in the description below. How do you become an owner of Alpha Shares? Alpha Shares is releasing an upcoming collection of 10,000 NFTs that fractionalize your ownership over the marketplace. 9,843 out of the 10,000 NFTs will be purchasable, minted with 100 billion Alpha tokens once the mint opens up at the beginning of next week. There will only be 1,000 NFTs available for mint per week. Prior to the 9,843 being minted, there will be a Genesis auction for the first 157 Genesis NFTs. These NFTs have much higher weighted returns than a base NFT because they are so exclusive and limited. These will be auctioned off using AVAX in an English auction style. May the highest bidder win. The auction will last for 48 hours. There are 3 tiers of Genesis NFTs. There's 100 Lone Wolves, there's 47 Ronin Wolves, 10 Apex Wolves. We've already talked about these parts. The Alpha Shares Marketplace is launching prior to the mint on August 11th for a soft launch with the top 40 to 50 Avalanche NFT projects available for trade. I'll say that again. With the top 40 to 50 Avalanche NFT projects available for trade. So the marketplace already has a lot of other projects that can have trading activity. And remember that if you get one of these Genesis NFTs, you're going to be receiving a percentage tied into trading. So it's not like there's only 1 or 2 different NFT lines out there that they're trying to say, hey, you could get a little cuts. There's 40 to 50 Avalanche NFT projects available for trade, and they are looking to go onto other chains, all in the same marketplace. The Genesis auction is August 13th to 14th, and the basement will open up next week. We are weeks away from being on all EVM-compatible chains, including Ethereum, just a couple months or so away from Solana. We are building a massive community of traders, investors, hodlers, collectors, and anyone that wants to join the Alpha Pack to the moon. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please go do your own research. I will have links in the description and the giveaway link down in the comments below, pinned. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.